2 years ago, on the first day of the 100th Michigan Legislature, I came here and I sat down at my desk, just humbled and honored to be here, to be a part of this, to be able to work with my caucus and to work with my colleagues across the aisle to solve problems for the people in my district and for the people in Michigan. You see, I'm not a long-term politician. I'm an engineer. For over 30 years, I worked in an environment where everybody worked together to solve problems. It didn't matter what party we belonged to, we used facts and science, and we co-created solutions that worked for everyone. Today, on the first day of the 101st Michigan Legislature, while I am still deeply humbled and honored to be serving the people of District 12 in the state, I am less optimistic about working with my colleagues across the aisle. I'm actually greatly disappointed and even disturbed at the anti-science and anti-fact coalition in the US Congress, as well as right here in this body. It appears that to score political points or to advance careers, members of Congress, even some members of the Senate, will promote and disseminate lies. It has put us all at risk. It has put our staffs at risk. And as we have seen recently, it has put our very democracy at risk. Of course, last week we had domestic terrorists attack our Capitol, causing destruction and the death of 5 people. And recently, this week, we've been warned by law enforcement that our own Capitol is at risk of a terrorist attack. In fact, the Michigan Attorney General has said, and I quote, "Michigan is ground zero for those wishing to take over a state government. The Michigan Capitol is not safe." So what have we done? Not much. I have my bulletproof vest, a few of us have vests, and I've told my staff to stay home, work at home, don't come here, it's not safe. On Monday, in nothing more than a political shell game, the Michigan Capitol Commission banned open carry of guns in this building. That's it, that's all they did. After all the threats, the storming of our own Capitol last spring, the recent terrorism in the US Capitol building, that's as far as they would go. What does that say to a potential terrorist? As long as we can't see your gun, you can walk right into this building, stand it there with your firearms hidden under your coat. Does that make you feel safe? It doesn't make me feel safe. You look at the clerks, you look at the caucus staff, you look at IT people here, can we tell them not to worry? We reassure our residents that nothing will happen in and around our Capitol. Do you think that simply because you can't see the gun in the hands of a terrorist that we're safe? I don't. We're not safe. Our state capitol is not safe. Banning open carry alone does nothing to make us safe, and we all know that. It won't help next week. It's not a temporary solution. It is not a long-term solution. It doesn't solve the problem. So today, my colleague from the 7th District and I are reintroducing our bills to ban all firearms from this building, excepting security staff and law enforcement. I too am pleading that my colleagues on both sides of the aisle put aside their political ambitions, put aside any needs to score political points, do what is best for the people in this state. I ask that our bills banning all firearms from the Capitol not only be given a vote, but considering what's actually happening now, be given a vote very soon, right away. My colleagues, it's time we stand up together and start solving problems together. On this day, the first day of the 101st Legislature, let's start anew and pledge to work cooperatively, to work with facts, to put aside our differences and recreate solutions for the people of our great state. Thank you. I ask my remarks be printed in the journal.